Sal from To The Bigs here, tothebigs.com, your number one source for everything minor league baseball players, future superstars. Come here to see the players that will be big first, the prospects we love, and what better way to talk about prospects than during the winter meetings where prospects are being dealt left and right. Not just free agents being signed, but big players being traded for. Kyle Tucker to the Cubs, a bunch of prospects moved. Garrett Crochet, a much needed bolster into the starting rotation for the Red Sox, a bunch of big prospects moved. So I'm going to give you 5 prospects that must be moved at this deadline in order to help their MLB teams this offseason. Let's get right into it. First up, New York Yankees outfield prospect Spencer Jones, 23, 24 years old, big guy, high K rate, which is why I'm not as high on him. We initially had him higher in our potential score, but we're going to be dropping him. However, the ceiling is very high. He hits the ball hard. Everyone's comparing him to a lefty Judge. Obviously, Judge did something special where he had that 30% K rate in the minors and then figured it out at the plate, hitting 300, 320. I don't think Jones is going to do that, but a good organization can push him. The Yankees just got Bellinger. They have Jason Dominguez. It's his spot to lose right now. On either side of the outfield, you have Aaron Judge. Even if they move Bellinger to first, you have another outfielder that they can hunt, and then you're going to go after Kyle Tucker in 2025. So don't let Spencer Jones be a casualty of the bad New York Yankees and Brian Cashman development, just like Oswald Peraza, who I love. There's never a spot for these guys, but they don't get rid of them. Trade Spencer Jones, bolster the infield, bolster the relief and pen. You just added Devin Williams. You can go get more. I like him being traded so that this team can go all in with Aaron Judge and Garrett Cole at this age. Next up, let's keep with New York. The New York Mets, Luis Angel, Acuna, or Jet Williams. Now I'm saying or because I feel like either of these guys can fit in their professional club. They need outfield, they need infield. So either one of these guys can work, but you have to at least trade one because it's all about starting pitching. Forget Vlad Guerrero. If you're an actual Mets fan, you don't worry about that. You probably try and re-sign Alonso, but you need starting pitching if you're going to compete with the Dodgers. Soto means nothing. Alonso means nothing if you don't bolster that rotation. These are two of the top prospects that anyone could offer right now. Probably trade either one of those for a guy like Dylan Cease from the San Diego Padres, a Luis Castillo, who in my opinion is a downgrade, but still a solid 1-2 in that Mets rotation. Or you could even go for Logan Gilbert on that Mariners team, which I think that the Mariners would be more open to hearing based off of the fact that they're getting one of these two guys who are MLB ready. Obviously, Jet Williams is coming up this year. Acuna was already up. So you have the opportunity to swap these guys. You don't need Vlad Guerrero. Go get starting pitching. 3, we've covered him as well. Center fielder, Baltimore Orioles, Enrique Bradfield Jr. I say this because you just signed Tyler O'Neill. Yes, you have Cedric Mullins in center, but you just lost Corbin Burns. The Yankees are getting stronger. You know, the Rays are going to figure it out. The Blue Jays are going to figure it out. It's not going to be an easy division again. You have the opportunity to make a move here with all this young talent, but how much homegrown talent do you actually need? You'll keep Kobe Mayo, but trade Enrique Bradfield, who is a very solid asset for a team that wants to see an outfielder that can come in and be a center fielder very quickly. But the Orioles also need starting pitching. He's a great asset to trade. Get him in the market and get a starting pitcher. Next up, starting pitching prospect for the Philadelphia Phillies, Mick Abel. Andrew Painter, obviously not on the table, looking like he could be a top-tier front rotation type of guy to go along with Zach Wheeler, Aaron Nola in that rotation. But you don't necessarily need Mick Abel, and they've been trying to trade for an outfielder, Luis Robert, and this could probably get it done. They keep trying to trade Alec Boehm. Nobody wants him for the value that they're clearly asking for. Mick Abel's a great rotation piece for a team that's rebuilding, a guy that could probably come up sometime this year and be ready to go. But go get a outfielder or even go for an infielder if you need. You have room to work with. Clearly, you're trying to shop Boehm, so you have third base open as well. You could make a deal if you don't sign any of the big free agents. Last up, second base, shortstop, middle infield prospect, Kevin McGonigal. Now, I know its name's hard to say, but this guy made a splash in 2024. He lit up the minor leagues. He had a hell of a season. We covered him mid-season as well. You can check out the link in the description below. You have Colt Keith at second. Yes, you have Trey Sweeney at shortstop, so there's a spot for him. However, you decided to keep Skubal at the deadline. He's 28 years old. He's not the youngest in the world. This is his absolute prime right now. You have a team that has so much momentum going into that postseason run. You have Riley Green, Carpenter, Veerling. You have Torkelson with a little light under his ass right now. So you have the opportunity to make another run in that division. So go get a guy like Carlos Correa. I know the Twins may be hesitant to trade him in division, but they're probably not getting a whole lot of calls, or at least valuable calls for him. You could probably go and get a guy like him or Luis Arias, someone else to bolster that infield. You have the opportunity to compete in the American League, which is clearly not that good right now. Take advantage with this young talent and Skubal at the helm. There you have it. 5 prospects, technically 6, but from 5 teams that need to be traded this winter meetings. There's a whole lot more that's going to happen over the next several weeks. Can't wait to see where these guys end up. Go to tothebigs.com for all of your rankings, prospect profiles, everything you need to know who the next superstars of the MLB are going to be.